Welcome back to 7 Days to Die Strange Projects, where we answer strange questions as to what you can do in 7 Days to Die. I have a strange question, and that question is, will electric blades work underwater? So I've had this question in my head for a while now, and I decided I'm just going to answer it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to build myself a generator, some blade traps, a couple switches, some cement. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to head out and I'm going to build myself a blade trap. I'm going to lure a zombie into it. I'm going to fill it with some water. Let's see what happens.
Whoosh!
I have a pre-made location where I already started digging a little pit here. We're going to use this pit to house the blade trap and then also house the water. Since it's going to be water with a blade trap on it, we're going to have to make it about 3 blocks deep. The bottom block will be basically the bottom floor to make it waterproof. The second block will be the block that will have the blade trap on it, and the layer above it, the first floor, that will be the layer that has the water on it. We don't know if water stacks or if it seeps down into the blade. I have no idea, but we're definitely going to need a space on top of it just to lay it down. So I dug 3 down, and now we're building up a nice well to hold the whole thing. You're going to need a 9 square space to put the blade down in the middle, which all that leaves left is building the retainer wall around it. As you can see, I didn't quite make the hole wide enough. Made it deep enough, but not wide enough, so we're just going to go ahead and chop out this wall over here. We're going to add some rebar, and we're going to lift it up so that it is nice and like a well. I'd like to remind everybody that I do live stream 7 Days to Die almost daily. If you do enjoy seeing strange projects like this, if you have any requests, obviously let me know. Also, while you're here, make sure you're following my Discord channel. Link should be in the description below. And as always, if you can hit that like button, you'd be doing me a solid. So what you're seeing me lay down here is rebar frames. Rebar frames, you would put them down, and then you would fill them up with wet concrete mix. You make the concrete mix in a mixer. You use stone and sand and cement mix to make the concrete. So now we lay the concrete into the rebar, and as you can see, it turns it into wet concrete, which will dry and become a much more solid material. I could have made this out of wood, but I have a lot of concrete lying around. And this is the final product for how you want your well to look if you're going to recreate an experience like what I'm doing right here. So I've got myself a little well here for water. This is in case I needed to use more than 1 bucket to fill this up. So basically you grab a bucket, you can make it in your forge out of iron. You make a bucket, you drop the water in there. If you pick up the water again, sometimes it lets you duplicate it. But here, I wanted to leave this in. I want to show you this mess that when I get stuck in here, how hard it is to get out. I'm trying to jump out, and it won't let me jump any higher than that. I tried to put down rebar, and it won't let me put it down because of the trap. And I can't jump off the center because it's already wet. This is already a mess of a trap. I can see the zombies having a hard time with it. So I have to build kind of like a riser, like a platform, for 2 purposes. First purpose is so that I can climb on top of it and lure the zombie into the pit. They need to be encouraged to walk into the water. But the second reason is so that I can also kind of put the generator bank and the switch up high so that the zombie doesn't decide to just hit the generator and stop the entire experiment. So we're going to put the generator on one side, we'll put the ladder in the middle, and we'll take the switch and we'll put the switch on the opposite side. But first, you open the generator up, you have to put an engine in there, and then you have to fill the engine up with gas. And so we're going to do that first, and then we're going to take the switch, we're going to place the switch on the other side, and then you're going to want to wire those 2 together using the wire tool right here. And when wiring, electricity in this game only flows one direction, and what I mean by that, the wire must start at the generator, then go to the switch, then start at the switch, and go to the blade. If you do it in any other order, they won't connect, it won't work. I know in real life electricity will go both ways, but in this game it has to flow in one direction. And so now that we got it wired up, let's go and cover it the rest of the way up with some water. I didn't want to do that at first, just in case the water would hinder my ability to wire the wire tool to the blade. So if you're going to ever recreate this on your own, I would wait until you have the blade down before placing the water in there, just in case it messes with the line of sight with your wire tool. All right, time to run our experiment. Let's go ahead and turn our generator on right here, and we're going to turn the switch on. We're going to lure our first catch of the day right there. As you can see, we have a walker on their way in. We have a Bertha. So I'm going to climb up to my platform. It's centered directly above the center of the water, so if everything goes right, she's going to walk directly into my blade trap. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. And she's in! Oh my god, look at that. Instantly she's being chopped up. So apparently we found out that the blades do work underwater. and they do chop up the zombies. So let's pick up another buddy. Hey buddy, come on and follow me. I want to make sure to touch him on the shoulder so he doesn't miss me. So my idea is just to lure him on over to the pit over here. I did encounter a small problem though. As you see, he walks up and then I was going to jump down so I can get a good view, but that lured him around. And so I had to do a quick run around. Not a big deal. No reason to sweat. He hits my brick once. Then he decides to go around and walk in the water where he gets readily chopped up right away. Don't forget to be hitting that like button, that thumbs up. If you can smash that, it'd do me a big favor. If you enjoy these, if you have any requests or questions, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to be following my Discord. I do live streams of 7 Days to Die, probably about 5 times a week. In these live streams, I build things way more complex than this. You can see some real neat stuff. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future 7 Days to Die content. And it seems like that guy wasn't dead down there. So I theorized that the water would hover on a layer above the blade, which is what I think it's actually doing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the blades and jump in there just to try to get underwater and take a look at it. Now jumping in here, I don't detect a layer under the water that it might be hovering. But then again, it might be my character's head being too high. So it might be one of those things we'll never know. But either way, we did answer the question today. Electricity works underwater. Thanks for joining, guys. I'll see you all in my next video.